fourth quarter, you guys, is my favorite time of year. I don't know what it is about fall, but I don't know if it's like the weather or if it's like the changing of the seasons, but I really get like this wave of like motivation and focus and discipline. And I see that a lot too in you guys. And I see that a lot with people like wanting to make changes in their life. Like the kids are going back to school and it's just like a really exciting time. It's my favorite time of year. And now just over 3 years, I guess, as a coach, I see kind of waves of the business. I'm going to tell you guys, this is like the most important time of year, in my opinion, because it's planting season. Okay. This is planting season. This is where most coaches take it easy or get wrapped up in life, right? Because you guys know we're going to blink and it's going to be Christmas. Like it's school, then it's Halloween, then it's Thanksgiving, and then Christmas season comes, and it's just, it goes by so quick, and it can be really easy to get wrapped up in life. And a lot of people do, and that's okay. But with that being said, this is going to be your opportunity to set yourself apart from 99% of the network, right? 99% of the people, other people are on social, everything. This is where you can truly set yourself apart. This is the time of the year where you should be working the hardest. And I mean that. Like this last quarter is when you should absolutely be working the hardest. Everybody's going to be sitting back or like, you know, get frustrated if one or two people tell them no, or maybe people aren't getting back to you. Like they aren't for everybody because everybody's busy. But I want you guys really to focus on what you can control. So this is the time you're really going to dive into your personal development and share what you're learning. This is the time that you're really going to dive into your fitness and just really take your health seriously right now and see what you can achieve by the end of the year. This is the time that you're going to be consistent on social media the most. You're going to stand out. You're going to be inviting like crazy. You're going to be writing free groups. You're just going to be working really, really hard. Or maybe like you're like me and this is the time you're like really focusing on trying to figure out Instagram so you can build like a bomb ass following, you know, like this is the time to get to work. I guess my point is this is planting season, and you know in planting season that the rewards don't always show up right now, right? Like you're going to work hard September, October, and maybe it's going to be November and you're like, where are going to be my rewards? But you just have to be patient and know that harvest is already coming. And I promise that's going to be like my last analogy of farmer talk, but the harvest always comes. And this year, I think harvest season is crazy. It's going to be nuts because January is coming. January is always a crazy record-breaking year on our team. In crazy, like my business always blows up in January. I know a lot of people, other people's do too, because it's traditionally a time of year where people are making New Year's resolutions and taking their health seriously and everything. But I think this year is extra special because you have New Year's, you have autumn coming out with a brand new program, and that like gives me goosebumps. If you don't like see how that could blow up your business. And then we also have the launch in the UK that's going to have like a few months to kind of like get the kinks worked out. Like the UK launch is just in 6 weeks now. And then coming to January, we're going to have another 30 million plus people to attract into our life. So I like see this every time I think about it, I just get really giddy and crazy. Like I just, if you can't see the potential, that's okay. Just like maybe lean on my like crazy belief that this can change your life. This can change your business. And it's a really, really special time. I don't remember there's never been a time that Beachbody has released a program in January, let alone a program from autumn, right? They usually launch them in November. So it's a really, really exciting time. So be patient, work really hard, and know that when you work hard these last 4 months, it always pays off. Hard work is always paid off. So what are you going to do? How are you going to take advantage of this for your business? And just think about it, you know, come January, when you're working really hard the last quarter, when people are going to be like going off, you know, when it's New Year's and people are going to be making the resolutions and people are going to be setting new goals for the year. And we all know that there's a huge spike in fitness goals. Who are they going to be coming to? Are they going to be coming to the person who disappeared the last quarter of the year? Are they going to be coming to the person who just kind of like blended in with the average and, you know, got caught up with life? No, people want somebody to look up to. People want somebody different. And that's going to be you, because you're going to be working so hard the last quarter. Okay. So just know that it always pays off. So how can you take advantage of this? How can you manifest anything you want in this last quarter? Okay. So I love talking about this. I'm learning so much about it, and I truly believe in it, that we can truly create any kind of life we want. And I've seen that in my own life. I've seen that in the people who truly work hard and believe it. And I'm just going to give you guys 3 simple steps that you can do this last quarter that is going to help you achieve anything that you want. And I think it's very, very powerful. Some people ask me what manifesting means. They're like, what is that? What is that? I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I looked it up, and basically it just means you can attract the results that you want in your life. You truly have the power to attract anything you want in your life. Okay. I'll give you a quick story. So me and Nicole went for coffee, for like a workday coffee date a few weeks ago, and we were just talking in conversation, and we kind of talk about like our big visions for our teams, and the things that we want to do, and the things that like we're envisioning 6 months from now, a year from now, and like really looking to the future. And I was like, she was talking about her work at the Enjoy Center, and I was like, you know what, like our team, like we're almost at the point now, I'm like, I would love to just throw an event like that. Like I would love to bring everybody together and bring like leaders in finance and leaders in whatever it is, like personal development leaders, and have like a big event for our team and bring us together and have some fun. I'm like, why can't we do that? Like, why do we have to go to all the events? Why can't we host one? Like I know that's going to happen for us. And she was really excited about that. And it was, we kind of left it at that. We talked about it. We believed in it. And, we kind of left it at that. And it was like, what? A week later, 2 weeks later, Nicole texted me, and she texted me this name and number of somebody. And I was like, what's that? And she's like, I'll explain later. And, long story short, literally a week later, there was a lady who owns like a big investment company in Edmonton, wants to hold this women's event at the Enjoy Center for like 500 or 600 people. And the theme is health and wellness. And Nicole was like, okay. So, and then she started talking about, us and me and our team and like what my vision is. And she's like, long story short, she's like, she'd be the perfect person to talk to or speak at the event, and I'm just like, so now I've had a conversation with this lady on the phone to, bring us all together, and she's going to be hosting it and, doing all the hard stuff. And, has asked me, or not formally have asked me, but we've talked about, me speaking at the event and sharing my story and bringing my team together and putting all these resources together. And I'm just like, do you guys think that's cool? I'm like, thank you, universe. And I truly believe in that. Like, what if I would never have said anything to Nicole about that crazy big goal of mine or dream of mine, right? So that's just one example of how, you have to, like, it gives me goosebumps thinking about this. I see it in my team too. I went for a coffee with Nina, who just hit diamond, and she was saying, she's like, she's a huge believer in God, and she's like, everything just lined up and something clicked, and I believed it, and I knew it was going to happen, and I just left it in his hands, and I was willing to do the work and hit her diamond goal, right? And in my mind, I was like, yes, like God, the universe, whatever you call it, whatever you want, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but you have to meet it halfway. But again, she created that reality for herself. She told me her goal. We made a plan, and then she made it happen. So I see these things all the time, and I think it's very, very powerful. Again, you don't have to call it God. You don't have to call it the universe. It's whatever you want, but you can truly create any kind of reality you want, right? So, I'm going to give you guys 3 steps to do that, and let's just get right into it. So the first thing is, you guys, you have to request it, right? So all those like goals and all those dreams in your pretty little head, they don't do any good just sitting in there. All your hopes and dreams don't just do good sitting in your heart. You have to tell people, right? Again, if I didn't tell Nicole, or if Nina maybe didn't tell me, tell people, throw it out there. I think you'd be surprised in your life how many people want to help you, right? How many people are going to go out of their way too to help you to achieve your goals. So tell people, tell your friends, tell your family, tell me, Tell your upline, tell your diamond, tell our team, like tell as many people as possible. And again, I think you'll be really surprised. So, you know, before you request it, or when you're thinking about requesting what you want, the action or the results that you want in your life, of course, you need to know what that is. So tonight after this call, and I'll go over this again at the end of the call, but I want you guys to take some time and write down what you want to achieve the end of the year, right? And I'm not just talking business goals. Everybody's here for different reasons, right? So take some time tonight and maybe make a vision board, maybe write down a statement, maybe you know, journal about it, but you have to get very crystal clear about what you want, because the more clear you are of what you want to achieve, the easier it is to get it, right? Or you can pray about it. Like some people pray about their goals, and that's really cool, whatever that works for you. But I guess my point is, like, you have to get very clear about what you want, and you have to have the courage to ask for it. So to give you an idea, what I want to achieve by the end of this year was really important to me, business-wise, is I want to end the year I want to lead a 10-star diamond team. Okay, so I want to lead a 10-star diamond team. I want to have like a ripped, like freaking ripped ass body, like crazy ripped. We want to, like, I envision like my basement being completely done, so on Christmas Eve my kids can go down there and like we have like movie nights. Like that's what I envision, and like actually have an office to work in. Like I'm so excited about that. And then and then there's things that you can't really measure, but it's still important to know, you know, maybe it's words about how you want to feel. Like there's just like this love and fulfillment and peace that I want to feel in my life and in my heart, and like authenticity. That's like really important to me, and just like those feelings. So you can get really, really specific. You can throw out some words, but just know, like, the more specific you are, the easier it is to make a plan to make it happen. Okay. So that's number one, is just requesting it, knowing what you want and having the courage to request it and ask for it. Okay. Number two, this is the second step, I think, in my opinion, is the most important step ever. If you guys can take away anything from this call, is this, and is that you have to believe it. You have to believe that it's possible. You have to have an unwavering belief that you can do it, and that it's going to happen, and that you might not know how, you might not see it, but you don't worry about it, right? You just know it's going to happen. And I've, again, like the Nina example, I see it in other people, and when people achieve things, or when people make things a reality in their life, like there's just no question. If it's going to happen, it's just a matter sometimes of when it's going to happen. Okay. Belief. You have to believe. It's such a simple step. And in my opinion, and you might know it too, like you might see people who are holding themselves back or getting in their own way. You might see challengers who just like keep sabotaging themselves, like, and cannot ever get out of that cycle. Maybe they believe they don't deserve it. I don't know. But you have to believe it. So strong, such a strong belief that no matter what, you just know it's going to become a reality. And to give you guys an idea, I believed with all my heart when I started this, and I envisioned, and I thought about it, and I journaled about it, about this amazing community of women, this team, all supporting each other. Looking at this call today, 3 years ago, I didn't know any of you guys. If I would have stopped and said, well, who or how, or like, there's no way, I didn't know any of you. So, but I knew that if I just worked hard and I put out the vibes and, back that up with action, that I could really create this. And I don't take full responsibility for our team, but I really had a strong belief about it. And I still do. I have strong beliefs, even greater, but it's okay if you don't see it, and that's okay. Okay. You just have to have the belief. You might know people, or you might hear it. And that's why I really like to nip it in the butt, because there's nothing that drives me more crazy than words like, it's impossible to hit Success Club every single month. It's impossible. I can never build a team like you. That stuff, like, there's nothing really that makes me angry except words like that, right? I can't stand that, because when you say things like that, you're basically you're shutting the doors to any kind of potential or any kind of energy or any kind of opportunity in your life. You might as well just go to bed and watch Netflix, because it's not just going to fall from to the sky in your lap. Like, wake up and people are happy and have the life of their dreams. It's like, no, you know, you have to believe it and you have to work for it and you have to claw your way there. So you have to be very careful, again, about the words that come out of your mouth, you guys, because when you say things like that, you're only going to see more proof that validate that, right? It's impossible to hit Success Club 5. And then you get one no. It's like, see? One person deleted me from Facebook. See? You know, I hear it all the time, and it really drives me crazy, to be honest with you, because it's like, so what? So what? Try something else, you know? So when you say words like that, or you believe it, and that's okay. I was at a point too in my life, there's been points in my life I didn't really believe I could achieve anything. You only get proof from the universe to validate that story. And that's true. So you'll hear words like that. You'll hear people making excuses for other people's success. And that's just not believing themselves. And that really, truly breaks my heart. So to give you kind of like an example, a quick example on belief is, I've done so much work. I can only really speak to my own experience when I tell you these stories, but I've done a lot of work around like what I believe I deserve in terms of earning money, right? And that's, or like what kind of lifestyle I want or I can have. You know, I never ever, I thought I was gonna like make a middle, a $50,000 income, like a decent income in a government office, and I do my time and I just kind of blend in. I've had to do a lot of work about, maybe putting new stories in my head that I can truly create like an abundance lifestyle and be incredibly giving and generous, and that money just flows to me, and it's not a problem. Like, it's never gonna be a problem for me. Like, I've had to do a lot of work right there. And yesterday, we were driving home from my sister's, and we got stopped by a cop, and my husband was speeding in the country roads. I hate when they go in the corner of the country road. That drives me crazy. Anyway, he got a ticket, and he got a ticket for like $150. And in the past, that would have freaking like lost my mind. Like, if I had the money or not, like, I would have been so pissed off. I'd have been like, I can never get ahead, and why is that? Then just gone crazy. Instead, we're like, okay, yeah, like, we're kind to him. He actually put down the ticket because he was going like 35 over, and he put the ticket so we were only going 10 over. So it's like $150, $180 or something. And excuse me. And in the past, like I said, that because all my stories about money were so bad, that would have really distraught me. And now that I've done the work, I'm just like, okay, whatever. That's our donation to the county, like, it's not a big deal. And then today, I received a check in the mail, and it was a check I was expecting, but the amount was more than I was expecting. And it was almost to the freaking cent of the extra, was almost to the cent of the part that the speeding ticket we got yesterday. And I'm just like, thank you, universe. You see, like, I know you got my back, I got yours. It's all gonna be good. Like, it's not a big deal, and I'm just like, wow, and so again, you guys, I truly believe in this stuff. I truly believe that you can create any kind of abundance that you want. And the last step is also very important, but you have to believe it. You have to get over your own stories and create new stories for yourself, okay? It's so important. So the last thing I want to tell you guys, I'm going to pour some tea. Does this make sense? You guys have any questions? Yeah? It's okay if you don't. I'm just going to pour some tea. All right. So the last thing, so you're setting a goal, you're sending it out to the universe, you believe in with all your heart. Does that mean you can just like go watch Netflix and like forget about it? No, we have to. The last thing, of course, you guys know this isn't rocket surgery. I say, I don't say that, but I've heard that and I thought it was pretty funny. You have to take action, right? You have to work harder. You have to work much harder than I think you even think you do. So any like amount of hard work you think you need to do, we have to work harder than that to make the results that we want a reality in our life. You have to work hard, and that's just that. So what was I going to say? Yeah. So in my experience and what I've learned and what I believe in is that, you know, the universe is going to make you, or God, or whatever you want to call it, they'll meet you halfway, but you have to back up your half. You have to meet the universe halfway and know that your hard work is always going to be rewarded, you guys. What I really like about this step is that when you know what you want and you truly get very clear about what you want to achieve, then the action becomes very simple. You don't like, it's simple to make a plan. You know what you need to do, right? You don't need to like get a new coach. You just need to start doing stuff. Like, you got to take steps every single day. You all know what you need to do to take your business to the next level. You don't need me sitting here telling you that. You know what you need to do to take, you know, maybe achieve your fitness goals or take your goals to the next level. You know what you want. You know what you want and you know what you need to do. So now you just need to go do it and work really, really hard. And your actions have to align with your goals always. Okay? That's why I think it's super important to get clear on your goals, because then you can make decisions about your time. And if when you're looking at the time that you have to work towards your goals, and the actions that you're doing at that time aren't aligning with what you want to achieve, then it's a no. Okay? It's just a straight up no. So it's a really easy way to make decisions when you're crystal clear about what you want. So those are the 3 steps, you guys. There's one thing I want to just say that I think is really, really key to attracting the results that you want, and it's personal development. And you guys probably have heard me say this on a broken record, but it doesn't matter what you go after in your life. I've learned and I've seen, and maybe you know, if you don't believe that you deserve it, it will never come to fruition. To yourself. And maybe you've told yourself like, if I could just get to diamond, I'm like, that would be more than enough for me. And maybe it is, but I think that all of us, myself included, limit our true, greatness or our true potential of what we can really achieve in our life, or what kind of life we can live, or how much we can give back, and all those things, like how much impact we can make, how we can help, like, all the people on the planet, like we truly limit ourselves. So personal development is going to help you get over the stories that you have about yourself, and we all have them. It's going to help you create new stories, and you have to believe that you deserve it. And if you don't, then when you may get there, but it's not going to feel good when you do, or you might, I've seen people talk them out of success or sabotage their success. Or you might get there and it just might not feel good. So anyway, I think personal development is key. It's very, very important to build not only like an abundance in your life, whatever that looks like for you, whatever you want to achieve, but have it feel really good too. I think it's really important. So just have an action item for you guys. I want you guys to get truthful with yourselves about what you want to accomplish in the next 4 months. I want you to tell as many people as possible. You can tell me, you can tell our team, you can tell your upline, you can tell your upline diamond. And then I don't want you to be surprised when, like things in your life step in and, give your dreams and your hopes and everything that you want, like when that serendipity comes into place and makes it happen. We can go back to this conversation. I don't want you to be surprised when that happens, because it will. And I believe that with all my heart. And I believe in each and every one of you guys so much. And I'm really, really excited to see what we can all collectively go after, individually, and then the impact that we can have on as a team, I think is very, very powerful. So I'll just give it a minute, you guys. I'm just gonna have some tea. If you guys have any questions, now's the time. You can put it in the chat, and then I'm gonna just talk quickly about the top 10 qualifications, okay? Or if anybody is feeling courageous, you can put, if you know what you want by the end of the year, or what you're going after, or what you want to build, or how you want to feel, or what you want life to look like, you can put it in the comments too. I'd love to read it. I was at Kirsten's earlier today, and talking to her. And that's a girl who believes with all her heart that things are happening. She said numerous times, sorry to call you out, Kirsten, but she said numerous times, like, I can just feel it. Like, I can just feel that things are going to explode. I can just feel it. And I was like, like, I believe that too. And I can feel it, and I can feel your energy. And it's just it's so powerful, and it's so exciting. And that's somebody who is going to get what she wants. Yeah, September 15th. I was like, what day is it today? September 5th. Is everybody taking a screenshot of this? So, and you guys hear me talk about my goals, and you guys hear me, you know, like, I always talk about what I think is important. Obviously, you guys are all on a call at 8:30 at night. This is important to you. You want to do this for a reason. You're building something for yourself, your family, your future family. So I because I'm like business minded, that's how my brain works, but always know that you are in control of your definition of success. And that looks different for everybody. So when I was starting this business, I always looked to other people like, well, they're going for that, so maybe I should, you know, or they're like, I want that. And it's a process, it's in a journey, and that's not a bad thing either. You know, on the way, you'll be like, well, maybe that isn't important to me, but just really being truthful with yourself now, I think, is really important. And then when you get there, that's when you feel fulfilled. I think when people chase things that are not really meaningful for them, there's no fulfillment. And fulfillment without, or success without fulfillment is like the ultimate failure. More Marie and Tizzledy. Yeah. All right, guys. So top 10, let's talk about that a little bit. So I'm really excited about this. I was actually at the bank today putting, like I have to put deposits on it. I was at the bank today, and I was talking to the girl, and I was just so excited, and she was asking questions about it. I think she wants to come, but that's okay. And it's so exciting right now too, because the US exchange rate is really good. So that made me really happy too. But anyway, long story short, I'm going to be extending the deadline for Diamond. And the reason I'm doing that is because I know everybody is on their own journey, and I see so much potential in you. I truly see it, and I know it. And I know that this business is like this. I know it's a crazy ass roller coaster, and I know it's important to you, and I'm willing to help you any way I can. And so this is just my gift from you. I'm going to be extending the Diamond deadline one time to October 6th. Is the last day you can start qualifying, okay? So October 6th is the last day you can start qualifying. You still have to meet the Success Club point qualification. So if you were a coach this entire year, you still have to have 45 Success Club points between January and the end of September. And then you can start qualifying at the latest October 6th, because they need to know for sure how many of your people are coming. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. There's 4 more spots. I'd love to fill them all. I believe in my heart that anything's possible. Even if you're a brand new coach, you know, on this call or listening to the recording, you guys, 45 Success Club points. Like, if you think about that, like, go find 20 people in your life this month. People, like, it's totally possible. And just go crazy this month. Like, anything is possible. The only limits, like, we truly live in a limitless world. The only limits we put are the ones on ourselves. There's people who hit Success Club 100 month after month after month after month, right? They have no limits. They have no limits for themselves. I'm not saying that's going to not take a lot of hustle, but I guess my point is anything is possible. The people who are going to be on that trip are the people who believe that they can do it, who are going to believe that it's going to happen, or are going to make it happen. So I'm willing to work with you guys, and yeah, so that's my gift to you guys. I'm going to be extending it until October 6th. I hope that's clear. I'm going to also be sending the top 10 girls, just tell them exactly what they need on October 6th to qualify, okay? So then there's no complications. It's very clear, like, how many Success Club points they need that they have left, I guess, earning. If you guys have any questions, or if you're like, hey, I've only been a coach 3 months, but I'm an Emerald coach and I'm ready to work really hard and see what happens, then I'll work with you all month to make whatever you want to achieve a reality for you. So I'll also post that in the team page, but you guys are committed. You guys showed up today, so I wanted to give you guys a heads up. So that's it, you guys. Ashley, if you guys have any other questions, you can put them there. Ashley, no matter what happens in life, you won't fall off track. Isn't that the truth? And learn to love yoga. I think those are great goals. And you know what, Ashley, I love that. I think that that's like the ultimate reward, just knowing that you have the tools, that no matter what happens in your life, you'll be okay, and that you'll keep moving forward, and that you'll keep pressing on and keep going. And I think that's amazing. So thank you guys so much for sharing that. So if you guys don't have any questions, we'll leave it there, and we'll talk soon. Bye. Hey, ladies. Good, free. I love that. Thanks for tuning in, Leanne and Jessica.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Jess, was this your first team call?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think?
It was great.
Awesome.